Hi, my name is Steve Taylor, obscure recording artist and fledgling video director. Some of you are wondering how I was selected to direct the documentary you're about to see. On August 10th, 1988, my phone rang. I picked up the receiver, and a voice on the other end said, "This is the cleaners, your suits are ready." That's not important right now. But this is. A modern sculpture that illustrates the inherent limitations in attempting this documentary of the Greenbelt Festival. The Super 8 unit symbolizes the stylistic limitations of shooting with a single camera. The poster represents the need, therefore, for frequent, sometimes unrelated cutaway shots. And the shoestring is our budget. But what did you expect for $9.95? The Princess Tress? Huh? I seriously doubt if he even wears one.
Do you have permission?
Sorry?
Do you have permission to do this? This is private land.
About what it is and where it's not from. We had a query earlier on in the week with the German film crew.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Who asked permission.
We're here instead.
You're here instead?
Oh, you had a German. There was originally a German
Yeah,
crew
well,
a week and a half
German.
ago that was going to be doing it.
But they're not doing it, we're doing it.
Right. They were told they didn't have permission to do it.
Oh.
Just to get a shot of the castle.
Yeah, they were told they couldn't have permission. Now, what exactly is the shot? I've spoken to people here since. What exactly is the shot you want?
Yeah, all we wanted, we just had a shot of the castle, and then we just wanted to get one through the gate. All it is we're starting off with, you know, Greenbelt,
yeah.
and the first opening shot is just Castle Ashby, England, just to give a sense of where it is.
Where it is.
Exactly, just where it is.
So you do it all from here?
Yeah, no, we're not going inside or anything.
We didn't want to go inside at all.
No problem.
From that side.
Carry on.
Right, okay.
Great.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
What's happened to the German crew?
Greenbelt began in the field in Suffolk as 2,000 people, and in a way it was an event looking almost for its reason. In other words, various people had come together, and there was an event which was, in some sense of the word, a Christian festival. After that, they decided we could better have a committee and work out where we're going. And we realized one of the big needs was an arts festival, something to encourage creativity. And so first of all, it took up this whole theme of the arts, and used to struggle with this because people would want it to be an evangelistic festival or whatever, but we thought, no, hang on, let's reflect the creativity we've been given. And then after a few years, we felt, yeah, but your life's got to be a work of art as well. And so issues we began to take up, we began to look at the hurting parts of the world, hurting parts of our own society, and we were concerned about issues of justice and peace and reconciliation.
people's normal idea of young Christians out for a weekend.
I've been eating some strange food, some of it was good, but I thought it'd make me strong, but it made me mine. Well, around the age of around 19, I undid.
We're able to worship together. You see, I think there's a false oneness, a false unity, and that's what's permeating our churches today. It's like, don't ever raise a question in the church, don't ever criticize it, don't ever say something's wrong, because you're creating disunity.
And I don't want no man-made religion, I don't like it.
Well, in terms of their awareness of the South African issue, I was really astounded, and the interest was absolutely staggering. And that in itself is a very encouraging thing for us to be able to go back to South Africa and say, listen, Christians in Britain at least, and at least at Greenbelt, there is an overwhelming response and interest.
I just want what's real.
I would like to say to you today that the lyricism of most contemporary heavy metal in ideological terms is fascist, totalitarian, power over others, which is completely antithetical to Christianity, which emphasizes servanthood of each other, loving your neighbor as yourself. It's quite a paradox that when we rebel, we often conform to those immediately around us. We copy the clothes of those immediately around us. In the very act of rebelling against our parents' values, we're conforming to the values of our peer group. And for many of us, myself included, this has given us in the past a feeling and a sense of security. We need a sense of identity. The two questions we're always asking ourselves is, who are we and why are we here?
Wherein lies the true spirit of Greenbelt? I believe it lies here, far from the glitz and glamour of the main stage, away from the bourgeois pretensions and pious indifference of the ice cream vendors, here on this godforsaken wasteland of a campground, here in the hearts and minds of the punters themselves. To many, they remain faceless, nameless, and preferably sexless until they're married. But to me, they sum up the true pioneering spirit that is Greenbelt. And what better way to see that pioneering spirit in action than here, on the campsite I'm standing on, where the two young ladies to my right will attempt to put up this tent, using, between the two of them, 3 legs, 3 arms, and no tongues. If they can do it in the prescribed 90 seconds, they'll be awarded a pair of scissors to cut themselves free. Are you ready, ladies? Mm-hmm. And they're off.
Louder. I go astral travelling. I sit back in my chair and wait. And then, when the time is right, I burst out of the top of my skull and go into orbit. I stay there for some time usually to acquaint myself with the near surroundings, but then it's off to explore the planets. Mars is very boring, so I fly by that one generally. But then it's juggle with the moons of Jupiter and spin the rings of Saturn on their way. Soon, though, the solar system seems so small compared with what's beyond, so it's out to explore the Milky Way.
Oh no, it's an asteroid shower.
Phew, that was close.
Later on tonight, expect problems when homeward bound when you're rejoining the M6 from the M65 at junction 32 near Preston.
That's very good. Cliff, reading the travel at Greenbelt. You've been here a couple of times before. Why'd you come back? Do you enjoy it?
I do actually. I like it because, first start, it's nice to be part of something that's unique, and I think Greenbelt is unique. I don't know that any other festival has this kind of activity during the day. Most of the people here, thousands of people who have come for the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday, are attending seminars. And anybody that's interested enough to live in a tent where it might pour down with rain and spend the day learning about themselves, about God, about Jesus, about bringing all three together, I mean, I think deserve a great round of applause.
And the chances of you, of course, wandering around the campsite, sleeping in a tent, going to the seminars, it must make it very difficult. I mean, do you ever try and sort of wander out in a disguise? Bono tried it last year, apparently.
I did actually go out once without a disguise, and it becomes really quite difficult. The thing is, if you brazen it out, of course, you can actually get quite away without being spotted.
Good evening, I'm John Harley at the World Bono Watch headquarters. Many of you are aware that at last year's Greenbelt, Bono of the world-renowned rock band U2 was spotted walking around the festival site disguised as a steward. Many of the festival goers, including myself, never noticed him. This time, we're ready for him. We at the World Bono Watch Society have assigned specially trained Bono spotters to tactical posts throughout the festival site. We now go to correspondent Phil Bagley outside the Rolling magazine.
Thank you, John. Bono spotting is not a sport for the amateur. To wear this cap, you have to earn it, as these would-be spotters found out earlier on today. All right, you know the rules. You'll see the flash guard briefly, then you have one opportunity to tell us who it is. If you're right, you join the ranks and keep the hat. If you're wrong, you know what happens. So are you ready? The card. Who is it?
Bono?
No, I'm sorry, that's George Washington, the father of the United States. I hate to do this to you, but rules are rules.
Bono?
No, I'm afraid that's a trick question. It is, in fact, a kitchen blender. Sorry.
Julius Caesar?
Sorry to interrupt. We're getting reportings of a sighting near the Tearfund tent. Go ahead, please.
I saw him all right. He was coming out of the word tent with a heartbeat record. I knew it was him because he had his hair all up in a Turkish fez.
So that would put him about here on our map. Hold on. New reports coming in from the theatre tent.
I saw him leaving the fashion show. Yeah, and he was wearing a lovely black chiffon dress and red pumps. He's so cute.
Yes, good. There seems to be a pattern clearly emerging.
I saw the Pope dressed as Larry Monin Jr.
I saw Morrissey selling veggie burgers.
Perhaps we'll try again next year.
Walk about the Greenbelt site, and chances are good you'll bump into somebody famous. Why, just last year, I met Princess Caroline of Monaco standing in line for the loo. Here with me now is Simon Mayo, BBC Radio 1 breakfast show DJ, and here at Greenbelt for the 11th consecutive year. Simon, let's start with the question on everyone's mind. Is your family name, in fact, an abbreviation of the word mayonnaise?
No.
And that was confirmed to you by your parents?
Yeah.
Right. Simon, as a well-known Radio 1 DJ, do you recall any history whatsoever of salad dressings in your family tree?
No.
Any type of condiment whatsoever?
No, and I really don't see what this has to do with me being at Greenbelt, Steve.
Let's talk about Greenbelt, since that's why we're here. Simon, what would be your advice to someone coming to Greenbelt for the first time? Should they pack their own condiments or simply use those provided by the fast food stands?
Pack your own.
Interesting. Thanks ever so much. Simon Mayo, Radio 1 DJ.
standing backstage with Amy Grant prior to her premiere performance on the Greenbelt main stage. Amy, you've been here a few days, you've been able to compare this with other U.S. festivals, and I think we're all interested in knowing, should foreigners attending the festival for the first time bring their own condiments or use those provided by the food stand?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Afternoon, gentlemen. I'm wondering what are the seminars you've most enjoyed this weekend?
I think the one on the Christian approach to urinals and seeing a holistic view of urinating and how it slots into the whole of our discipleship. You know, how we go to the toilet in a truly biblical fashion, whether we should just be following the Israelite norms of digging a little hole outside the camp, or whether something like this plastic and metal urinal is truly biblical.
First, let me give you what I think satire would be. One is Bishop Stephen Neal. It took me a long time to find an English person, and I think I did real well. Actually, this guy works at McDonald's, but he says, criticism is the manure in which the servants of the Lord grow best. And I honestly believe that that's exactly what satire is. It's the manure of the church. And satire, as a result, is incredibly necessary and important. And I disagree on a number of points that David made. First of all, he said you had to be angry to have satire. Now, that I agree with. I think you are angry when you write satire. In fact, I think your best satire does come when you get upset.
Hello.
Hello.
Tonight, Dr. Bigot and myself would like to explain to you,
in a straightforward and unprejudiced way,
everything you need to know about the gay plague. Dr. Bigot.
Thank you, Dr. Queerbasher. And the first very important point is that normal people...
that is, people like us.
Don't get it.
No. People only get AIDS...
The gay plague.
I beg your pardon. The gay plague, if they do something very naughty. Like take intravenous drugs.
Suffer from haemophilia.
Or live in Haiti.
They only have themselves to blame.
So, let's not waste any time at all in condemning them.
Haemophiliacs!
But, most especially, we should condemn those really naughty people.
The highest of high-risk groups.
Among whom more people have contracted the disease than anywhere else.
A group whose very existence is an affront to civilized values.
Africans.
Yes, Africans.
Yes. These people have had it too easy, too long.
They've been living their African lives.
Doing their African work.
Eating their African food.
Having their African families.
And in a way it seems quite right.
Quite proper.
And quite just.
That they should have to live with the consequences of being so African.
But Africa's a long way away.
Which is why we like to blame the poofs.
good. I've enjoyed it so far.
It's a cool place to be. I know the trendy people come down here, so they know I'm trendy.
It's where you sell all the balloons and where all the stalls are.
All the sort of lesser bands or not so well known can come out and perform in such good company, is it? And be appreciated, I think.
I just like the atmosphere, like people can, just loosen up.
The Fringe is the alternative Greenbelt.
On stage.
Oh, you've got a band?
Yeah.
What's the name of the band?
Macho Bikini.
Macho Bikini.
Yeah.
Backstage with Martin Joseph after an energetic main stage performance this weekend. Martin, your opinion on the Simon Mayo name shortening scandal. Do you think he's got something to hide?
In a baby? Who put the heat in fire? Who put the beat in reggae? And who put the burn in desire? Who put the speed in wind? Who put the crack in a whip? And who put the sing in a spinning top? And who put the wet in a drip?
I taxed all taxi drivers with frowns upon their faces. I taxed the men who teach their dogs to poop in public places. I taxed the imitation leopard skin seats in cars, and the yobs who fly to Malaga to throw up in Spanish bars. I taxed the dull church services where everybody's bored, and taxed the politicians who never keep their word. I put a tax on factories which pump out acid rain, and the girls who play their Walkmans when I'm reading on the train. I taxed all shop assistants pushing goods you can't afford, and announced free trips for poets who've never been abroad. I banned all VAT on books, on sweets and fish and chips, and gave more beds for hospitals and lots of ops for hips. But the financial fantasy faded in the cold, pale light of day as my nocturnal budgeting slowly slipped away. I watched the telly, saw the press, saw Nigel Lawson's grin, and knew the real nightmare was about to begin.
Here was Sue Plater, chairman of this year's Greenbelt Festival. Sue, if your last name were Mayonnaise, what would you shorten it to? You know, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Well, I believe that God needs to see something demonstrated on the ground. And I believe Greenbelt demonstrates God in every artistic little bit. And the work I'm involved in, we are getting young people to feel good about the festival, to feel good about one another. Lots of kids come and really they got so many hang-ups. And at Greenbelt they have an experience of real value and real worth.
It's fantastic. We've never been to anything like this anywhere at all. We were out after we sound checked, before we went on stage. We went out and just had a look at the site, and there was people coming up for autographs and stuff, but there was absolutely no threat, no negative feelings at all. It was just a fantastic feeling, really just great people.
Well, I like the people at Greenbelt because they're all friendly.
Well, the main stage is great and people having fun, and that's what Greenbelt's all about.
Doing things that I wouldn't normally do at home, like, you know, having plaits in your hair, and it's just a good atmosphere.
Have any of you gotten a tattoo at Greenbelt?
No way.
You would never get a tattoo?
No.
Not even like one that came off in like 6 months?
Maybe. Depends on... Yeah, if it is 6 months I would.
What would your tattoo be of if you could get one?
A butterfly. Cross. A cross. A colourful cross.
Rose, I think it is.
A colourful cross. A thorn.
I don't know. Greenbelt's fine.
Yeah.
By bonny brave, where the sun shines above Lomond, where me and my true love spend many days on the banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep sides of Ben Lomond, with a broken heart knows no second spring. Son, we must be while we're apart. Let's sing it. You'll take the high road and I'll take the low. I'll be the scar that we my true love never leaves again. On the bonny banks of
There are very, very few instances in the world of evangelicalism, at least, where there is such a deep commitment to social justice issues. And that, to me, to see it just being blended without any fuss with our real deep spirituality is something that's very, very refreshing. We don't have to act it out. We don't have to force the relationship between our spiritual lives and our social concerns.
We invite all those who love the Lord Jesus to share with us.
And I've seen you there before me, like a shining apparition. I haven't reached out hard to touch you, and you're gone without a trace. Oh, you're gone without a trace. And I've crossed the bloody river, and I've walked the desert sand. I have tripped on jagged rocks where you
look around and see the expressions of people. Of course, there are all kinds that come to Greenbelt. Those who are not sure whether they're Christians or not, and they ask questions accordingly, or people who've just about had it and they've just come here to sort of let it all hang out, and hopefully that the Lord will put them all together.
We should never offer to serve God glibly, because we don't know where it will take us. It won't necessarily bring us success, or affluence, or an easy life. It might bring us misery. It might break our hearts. Move among us now in power. Unite us in your love. Send us out in the power of your Spirit to live and work for praise.